Welcome back again as we read through the Holy Scripture. And as it is Sunday, we are in the Psalms. And today we're going to be in Psalm 14. Psalm 14 is a short psalm, but very compelling in many ways. It's just got 7 verses, and it can neatly be divided between, if you want to, you could have titles. The first would be number 1, the rejecter, verses 1 to 3. Number 2, the righteous, verses 4 to 6. And number 3, the redemption, verses 7. What's been described, who's been described in verses 1 to 3 as the rejecter? This is somebody who doesn't believe, who says in his heart, there is no God. But it's not just an intellectual thought, there is no God, but we see it in the actions of such a person because they're corrupt actions. They're the kind of actions that outrage God. We see in verse 1. This is a holy God that they outrage. They're refusing to do what's good. And all this is done, as we look at verse 2, in the presence of God. All this is done under the watchful eye of God, and we have to say that there is nothing that escapes the notice of God. But then we go to the righteous in verses 4 to 6, and what's happening here is what's being described here is that they take it out on the righteous, those who reject God. There are times where non-Christians will make life miserable for Christians. But yet at the same time, they are afraid. We see in verse 5. While at the opposite of that is the righteous who trust in God. While those who rebel against God have this fear of God's judgment, yet the righteous run to him for shelter. And then we see the third point, the redemption. Because what's happening here is there is this longing for the rescue of many people. And we should do that as Christians. We should long that more and more people would throw themselves on the mercy of Christ, turn from their sin and believe in him before it's too late. Now I'm going to read out this wonderful psalm, starting in verse 1. The fool says in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They do abominable deeds. There is none who does good. The Lord looks down from heaven on the children of men to see if there are any who understand, who seek after God. They have all turned aside together. They have become corrupt. There is none who does good, not even one. Have they no knowledge, all the evildoers who eat up my people as they eat bread and do not call upon the Lord? There they are in great terror, for God is with the generation of the righteous. You would shame the plans of the poor, but the Lord is his refuge. Oh, that salvation for Israel would come out of Zion. When the Lord restores the fortunes of his people, let Jacob rejoice. Let Israel be glad. There's a lot of sadness about this psalm when we see the contrast between the righteous and the wicked. And yet we would have to say this, that as Christians, we are not better than those who are not Christians. We are all sinners, but we are better off. We'll see you tomorrow. Slán go fóill.